Hello and welcome to this little video of Easter eggs and things you may have missed in my short story Perchance To Dream, which is taken from my anthology of 8 short modern fantasy and horror stories out of the depths. Now, before I ramble on for the next few minutes, give us a quick like and subscribe, be absolutely marvellous. You might get to see lots more videos like this. And before I say anything else, I have to say a big shout out and a big thank you to all the people who helped make this video possible. Those are the people who are members of my Patreon book club and who helped fund the Kickstarter for Out of the Depths.
So a huge thank you to Kevin Denwood, Jacob Matt, Paul Lewis, Gemma Innes, Beck Pierce and Anthony. You guys are absolutely amazing.
If you'd like to hear your name shouted out across the internet on a regular basis, whilst helping me fund the publication and sort of marketing, as it were, of my books, why not subscribe to my Patreon book club? Membership starts from just £1 a month. You get loads of videos, loads of content. There's a link down below. Number 1, the title. Anyone who is familiar with Shakespeare should immediately recognise this quote from Hamlet's to be or not to be soliloquy. In one of the most famous speeches in English literature, the Danish prince contemplates taking his own life, wanting to escape the torture of his existence. However, he wonders that should he die, will it be a peaceful death, or will he dream? Will his afterlife be full of nightmares? Hence the Perchance to Dream. In this short story, we have the medium Agnes Broadbent, whose dreams are plagued not only with messages from the dead, but also terrifying visions of the future. Number 2, Agnes's list for the day. Yeah, this is exactly what I do. Like Agnes, I'm a listaholic, and I try to get through as many jobs as possible. Sometimes I succeed, more often than not, I don't. Number 3, not booking a chimney sweep. So here we have something rather ominous thrown in with the things which are mundane. It would appear that Agnes feels that there won't be any need for her to have a chimney sweep later on in the year. And the reader is left wondering for now, oh, why? Number 4, the start of Agnes's visions. So these are sort of based on an episode from my youth. I didn't have visions as such. No, I didn't have visions at all, fortunately. But like Sam Spallucci, my main sort of character, I do have the old tinnitus. There can be times when the brain tries to translate these little noises. Normally just have the noises, ringing bells, whatever. But sometimes it can actually turn them into voices because it says, well, this is what I'm used to hearing. So, you know, we can do that. Now, this happened to me when I was about 6 or 7, when my granddad died. And basically, my thoughts were on him all the time because, you know, he was ill, he was dying. Mum and Dad were talking about him all the time. So I had what I now know was a Meniere's flare, and the tinnitus increased. But the brain couldn't handle it. So it converted the sounds of the ringing into the sounds of my granddad, which for a 6 or 7-year-old, it's pretty disturbing. Number 5, Cluffer Pike and the Dragons. Here are 2 things which have cropped up a lot in the Sam Spallucci books. Cluffer is a hill to the east. I have to check that in my head. To the east of Lancaster. It is a gorgeous place where I go walking as often as I can. I've had Sam head up there to clear his head in ghosts, and he sent an entity from another universe back to its own universe up there in Troubled Souls. It'll also feature in Lux Æterna. The dragons have appeared in his dreams and the dreams of other characters throughout the books as well. And they symbolise this apocalyptic struggle of two powerful entities. Kanor has often been described as the Black Dragon. Those who are familiar with the Book of Revelation, you might be able to guess who the seven-headed red dragon is. Number 6, Connaught Road. Connaught Road is exactly as I describe it in the story. It is one of those fascinating little streets you find from time to time with more than one type of architecture, and you ask yourself, wonder how that happened. Number 7, Ethel Ashworth. Ethel's surname is a little thank you to Wayne Ashworth, who was the artist for the cover work for Shadows of Lancaster. He used to live in Preston, and I actually picked his brains for details for this story regarding parks in Preston. So, Wayne, if you're watching, thanks, buddy. Number 8, Ethel's Shenanigans. Yes, Agnes talks about the things that Ethel and Dick got up to as a way to proving that, she's legitimate. This is very reminiscent for me of when my mum used to regale me of the stories she got to when she was young. My word, she was a bit of a tearaway. All too often, we see the elderly as just old. Especially when we're very, very young, or up to our 20s or whatever. You think, oh yeah, they're just the elderly. They've always been old. We forget they used to get the same daft rubbish that we did. Number 9, Agnes's dream on the train, the portal. So, on her way back to Lancaster, Agnes falls asleep on the train and she has another dream about Clutha. As well as the dragons, she sees two individuals say goodbye to each other, and one of them walks through a portal with a group of small winged creatures. Well, this sort of sounds familiar. Well, it may to you, buddy, but not to these good folks, They've not been sat next to me while I've been writing Lux Æterna. Ah, yes, true. So, in Lux Æterna, we're going to have a scene where Sam witnesses certain entities go through the same portals that he used in Troubled Souls. What Agnes sees here is a similar scene, but in the future, where they come back to guide somebody else through. Oh, well, that all sounds rather vague. Spoilers for everyone. Spoilers. Number 10, Agnes's dream on the train, the Titan. So, here's a biggie. As those of you who have been reading Sam's Adventures and the Bobby Normal books will know, the rise of the Titan is becoming a huge, huge deal. On the final day, this being will rise up into the sky with the cup and the blade and will destroy everything. The entire universe is going to go with a swipe of the blade. It's going to be sucked down into the cup and there'll be nothing left apart from one tiny little ember. This is what Agnes witnesses, and in Lux Æterna, you're going to learn who this apocalyptic being is. And finally, number 11, Agnes's travelling companion. So, for all of you who wept like newborn babies in Bloodline when Spliff died, here he is. He's back. Not in the flesh, one might say, but certainly in the spirit, and he's ready for the case of the weird wonderland, which you're going to have in Lux Æterna. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, quick subscribe if you'd like to see some more of these. It'd be absolutely fantastic. It certainly does help. It's like warms the old cockles of one's heart. as does £1 a month, which is very handy for me helping to get these videos made and for publishing my books. So like I say, there's a link down below for my Patreon book club membership, £1 a month. To start with, you might want to pay more. You even get more if you do, but go and have a little look. And if you want more details about my books, head over to aschambers.co.uk. Again, a link will be down below. Take care. I'll see you again soon.